Department of Transport Management issued a press release yesterday to withdraw the public transport fare hike. Just as the withdrawal was a welcome surprise, the transport fare hike yesterday by 20% has raised quite a few eyebrows as well. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the top stories of the hour. Government making last-ditch efforts to use the Prime Minister employment budget worth 3.1 billion rupees in the name of youth employment programs, bypassing existing regulations. Controversial Guti bill continues to invite heated discussion between lawmakers of the ruling and the opposition parties. Show of strength against Guti bill in Mangal Bazar, Lalitpur. Government withdraws its decision to hike the public transport fare hours after fare hike announcement by 20%, cites more homework required. And Australia upsets Brazil with a 3-2 win at the ongoing Women's FIFA World Cup. Brazil suffers its first loss at the group stage of the World Cup in 24 years. Let us begin with the latest national political updates. In order to ensure the constitutional right to employment, the government had allocated 3.10 billion rupees for the Prime Minister Employment Programme. However, the budget has been used bypassing existing laws. As the ongoing fiscal year is coming to an end, the government is making last-ditch efforts to use the budget in the name of youth employment programs through the local levels. The government has transferred between 600,000 to 10 million rupees to the local levels from the Youth Employment Program's budget without a mandatory local level official's report. However, the Prime Minister himself and Labour Minister have themselves approved of the budget use. The Premier and Labour Minister had reached Bhaktapur on Friday last week to inaugurate the excavation of Bhaktapur Surya Vinayak Road. However, the road's construction has been on hold since the following day. It has been revealed that the budget from the Prime Minister's employment program has been used to clean up the weeds in schools of Palpa and Gulmi districts and chase away cows in Dang. Experts are of the opinion that the budget has been illegally used due to lack of proper study while forming the program. Based on the regulations prepared by the Ministry for Labour, Employment and Social Security, any unemployed youth between the age of 18 to 59 years would be given a job for 100 days. Likewise, the youths would be given trainings and deployed on sectors of commercial agriculture, irrigation, drinking water, tourism and construction of transportation and other infrastructures. However, the government has yet to collect the data on unemployed youths. This has led to the local levels distributing the unemployment allowance to the political cadres. Based on the latest government record, there are almost 1 million unemployed youths in the country. The government announced of increasing the program's budget in the upcoming fiscal year to 5 billion rupees as well to provide employment opportunities. However, there is a general call to stop the haphazard last-minute use of the budget in the upcoming days. There was a heated discussion between the lawmakers of the ruling and opposition parties yesterday at the session of the Parliament regarding the Guti bill. At the House of Representatives session held yesterday, lawmakers of the ruling and the opposition had a debate regarding the controversial Guti bill that has been subject to criticism in recent days. Lawmaker of the main opposition, Nepali Congress, Bhimsen Das Pradhan, gave references from history, citing that the monarchy was crushed after people from the Kathmandu Valley took to streets, as he warned of similar circumstances if the government did not revoke the controversial Guti bill. Lawmakers from the ruling Nepal Communist Party, meanwhile, defended the bill. Lawmakers from Rashtriya Janata Party Nepal proposed for amendments to the bill and warned of waging street protests if their demands were not addressed. The House of Representatives proceeded on to hold discussion on the allocated budget for Ministry for Drinking Water, Education and Federal Affairs and General Administration. And moving on, members of the Guti Corporation have warned the government it will refrain from any talks until the controversial Guti bill is revoked immediately. Members of the Guti Corporation staged a protest at Mangal Bazar in Lalitpur yesterday against the Guti bill tabled by the government, citing it threatened the identity of the Newar community and its cultures. Guti members have stated that the Guti bill had been tabled at the parliament without holding discussions with its stakeholders. They have stated the bill would excuse the invasion of Guti lands and hurt historical and cultural values of the community. The Guti members have claimed the government has plotted to dissolve the Guti Corporation that has helped keep Nepal's cultural values alive and that the government was politically aligned while interfering on the Guti's property. Guti members have warned of continuing their fight until the government unconditionally withdrew the bill. The bill tabled by the government includes provision to convert the Guti Corporation into an authority and give it the rights to use the lands owned by the corporation. The bill also allows for private individuals and organizations who have illegally built houses on Guti land to apply to register the land on their name. The Guti members have announced of phase-wise protests against the bill. Now, amid persistent protests from all stakeholders, Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Ishwar Pokhrel has said the government is prepared to proceed with the Media Council bill by incorporating the stakeholders' recommendations. At a discussion program held at Singhadarbar with the editor-in-chiefs of several media organizations yesterday, Minister Pokhrel said necessary amendments would be made to the bill before it is moved forward. The attendees for the government The attendees demanded for the government to unconditionally revoke the bill, citing it was against the principles of democracy. They urged the government to create a free environment for the press to do its duty. Nepal Communist Party leader Suwas Chandra Nembang said that while it is up to the government to decide whether to revoke the bill, it was possible to remove conflicting provisions from the bill through amendment. Meanwhile, at the weekly press conference held right after the discussion to update on the government's decisions, Communications Minister Gokul Baskotai stated the government will proceed with the bill after correcting its weaknesses. Minister Baskotai also urged all the stakeholders to stop the protests and the blame games. And with that, time now for a short break. For more news, stay with us. In 15 months since holding office, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has officially visited 9 countries. It is natural for any state's executive head to go on foreign visits. However, while the results and benefits of Premier Oli's visit cannot be evaluated immediately, majority of these visits have proven expensive in regards to its priorities and state resources. The Premier is currently on an official visit to Europe. The Premier has also made 2 rounds of southern neighbor India and European nation Switzerland and has also visited China, the United States of America, Costa Rica, Vietnam and Cambodia. The Premier is in France at the moment and is preparing to go to Japan after his Europe visit. However, the Premier's presence at the centenary ceremony of the International Labour Organization in Geneva, Switzerland has been questioned by many. Based on the records published by the Finance Ministry, the Premier and his team of delegates spent 18.1 million rupees during their Switzerland visit. Likewise, 43.78 million rupees was spent for the Costa Rica visit. The expenses incurred this time for the Europe visit has yet to be estimated. It might be recalled the Premier had issued a directive only a month after assuming office to control public officials' unnecessary foreign visits, citing it added burden to the state coffers. The Premier's decision had been praised by many. However, one cannot deny petty foreign visits for insignificant programs could dent the country's image and continue adding burden to the state coffers. And moving on, the government withdrew yesterday the earlier announced public transport fare hike. The Department of Transport Management had earlier hiked the transport fare by 20%. However, issuing a press release yesterday, the department said that it had stalled the decision of transport price hike. The department had increased transport fare by 10% last September. The department has also stalled the earlier decisions of operating night bus service inside Kathmandu Valley and not allowing any freight vehicles to run from 7 in the morning till 8 in the evening from coming Saturday. A week has passed since a devastating rainstorm struck Kailali and Kanchanpur districts in the Tarai region, taking lives and leaving many homes destroyed. However, the victims and their families are still stranded due to lack of relief initiatives from concerned authorities. Most of the victims are compelled to go by their days under open skies in the summer heat, as no authority has provided them with tents among other relief materials. In this context, we had asked the victims how have they been affected due to lack of relief initiatives. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
कसैले केही दिएको छैन अहिले सम्म उहाँ कर्यालय पनि केराला गएर पनि उहाँ कुरा बुझे कहाँ अहिले हुन्छ तपाईहरुलाई पछि हुन्छ अहिले हुँदैन जानुस् कहाँ हुन्छ भनेर तर्काउनु भयो
केटाकेटी हाम्रो सबै देखेर डराएछ यो हुरी हावाले बेलकातिर घरमा बस्न चाहदैन खानापिना केही पनि कुरा रहेन कच्ची घर भत्केर सक्यो।
खान पाएको छैनौँ, लाउन पाएको छैनौँ। हाम्रो पिठो थियो, चामल थियो, त्यही पनि हावाहुरी आएर बगाइसक्यो। कस्तो बिजोग
हुरी ढाँडो आएर सब घरको विपत्ता लापत्ता भइगयो। बस्ने जग्गा केही छैन, धान गहुँ सब लग्यो।
साना साना कोठातिर त्यही पनि ढल्क्यो हजुर। हामीलाई त बिजोग धेरै बिजोग भइहाल्छ, कहाँ जाउँ।
आए खाली उठाए, मिचुटका उठाए गए। यहाँ आएर केही नदिएको छ न केही छ। अलिअलि पालिदिए पनि अलिकति राहत हुन्थ्यो।
बाटोमा मान्छे आउँछन्, हेर्छन्, जान्छन्, केही भन्दा पनि भन्दैन, सहयोग गर्छु भन्छन्, त्यत्तिकै जान्छन्।
And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.